Last match, guys. Holy shit. We are on game 5 for GenG versus HLE, which, I mean, shouldn't be too surprised. Was the highest priority? I guess we'll just see, like, after the bans how it goes. I have some in my head, but there's not really any melees left for Zeka. And I feel like Trist definitely gains a lot of value at this point. Like, when you get this deep, with so many picks removed, Corky's removed, I mean, yeah. Also, I love that they did an Ornn ban because it's Keen. Like, yeah, you go into game 5 with Keen, probably should remove some high impact tanks. Jace for Mr. Zayas. Ornn is removed. Kasante's removed, though Kasante's not really the greatest. They're probably just gonna trade with Mbessa though, no? I mean, like, Mbessa is still literally open. Ooh, we're gonna go into Lucian Wukong. Lucian Wukong. Xayah Rakan is not good into Lucian, but well, okay. People will play Xayah Rakan into the Lucian lane, but to be honest, it should lose to the Lucian lane. They both, I mean, they need an AP jungle. They're obviously going to ban Lilia. Like, that's a guarantee. Like, they have to ban that pick. They can have a solo AP laner, I guess, but still, I'm like, Pantheon's not even good into Wukong, by the way, so I don't know why they banned that. Akali, wow. So they banned the only melee pick that Zeka has at this point. It really depends how top goes, but like, this Aatrox on this patch is like not nearly as great, and Lilia is just like omega good pick in this game. Like Lilia and I mean, like, the only problem is if you go Triss is I feel like your comp may suffer just a little bit, but you do have a lot of damage, like a lot of damage that Aatrox does not enjoy. Like, the Aatrox pick will be pretty awful versus that. Like, they would have to go, like, Wei. And you wouldn't go Lilia then. Wei Ivern. But I don't really like that, to be honest, so I don't think they're gonna go that variant. So Lilia, I mean, like, Lilia is, but by and large, the best jungle you could take here. So I'm just curious what pivot they're gonna do on mid. They're gonna Jace mid? Ooh, I don't like that. Oh, that is so interesting. Zoe's actually a pretty potent pick if you know how to play her, especially with the buffs she's gone. I don't know if I really care about them having Gnar. Like, I almost would prefer, like, a ton of range that's just, like, melting you. I'm not gonna lie. Is Keen also not playing Mbessa? Because like I'm pretty sure Mbessa is just a better pick than Aatrox. So Peanut's goal is that he's gonna take the Raptor. He's gonna take the Crab. He'll have some free time, and then he's gonna do his Raptor Scrugs as a finish. This is a mistake. This is a big mistake on Peanut's side. He should let Zeus maintain his advantage. I know like he can zone, but it's like
he's gonna flash away, and Peanut's taking the damage.
I mean, not only is he losing his flash, Peanut, but he's losing his Raptor spawn, which is really rough. Yeah, I mean, this is why you don't do it. Like, if you set yourself... You never go for a top dive if you set up your Raptors this way and you plan on, like, pathing the other way. So... Oh, he's sneaking like wolves. What a funny guy.
Canyon does not have level 6. Singing him on a danger.
Toby's getting blasted by Mr. Zeka.
Zeka's cooldowns are down for now. Trying to bait him in. Flashes at the very last moment, but you're getting your team any favors here. Trying to fake go in with the clone.
Yeah, he has it, doesn't he? Fucking asshole. Fucking asshole, man. It's so bad for their lanes too, by the way. And yet, they got it done. And Canyon still dies, but he literally stole it. Also, if that ball hit them all, they're so fucked. Canyon's, dude, this is so... Okay, if you're GenG, don't ever do that, by the way. Like, if you've missed that flip, and you just die and you lose your flash as Wukong, like, obviously it's just omega bad. Like, you're putting so much weight on the game for a single dragon. Don't worry about it. And now they're putting all their points into, like, taking over top, but they're just sacking bot. Which, again, like, I get that we're objective focused, I get it. But it's a little much. And the Lucian can, by the way, he could just solo lane versus the Gnar. He doesn't need to move. Like, he should just solo lane versus the Gnar and leave it as that. Like, Lucian shouldn't move up like this. But they do it so they can have 100%, like, take. But again, the downside is that Gnar is just, like, overtaking all this down here. Yikes. You're kidding me. So they're gonna have 2 botch dives going into this. It's Braum with 6 and Flash. Your mid cannot move.
Let's see what he can do. Might be able to get the sleep in on a ruler, but the wave is already being cleared. Do they care about it? As
nice Braumar.
Zone them away, and that's going to be a kill on the Rakan already. Another flash comes out from
Motherfucker.
Viper gets the kill, but not a very pretty dive at that. Zeka down a level.
Well played, Zeka.
Top side. Yeah, let's see what he can do.
Can they play this better? They already ate the wave. Also, why is Rakan already tanking? Oh my god. I mean, this probably would be doable, or at least more doable if Rakan wasn't tanking already, but somehow he got ahead of the minion, so he's tanking and just dying.
comes out from Peanut, but at least Viper. That's gonna be a kill another Rakan already.
Okay, he should have. So Lucian tried to be cute and autoed Lilia, thinking that might kill her, but he should have just autoed and stunned the Xayah. And this doesn't, like, he probably doesn't die, honestly. Or at least Xayah has the flash to finish him off, to get the feather pull. So that was really bad by them. That was really, really bad.
That's when you should start worrying if you are a GenG fan. They have Cryo on the streak right now. Chubby coming over.
Yeah, TP. Dean could be in a precarious spot.
Gonna throw in the sleep actually, and that time Juro is able to.
It's still fine. It's when they lose a big.
They don't have Mega Gnar. He popped Mega Gnar, but he got the mid wave.
They have Cryo on the streak right now. Chubby coming over.
Yeah.
He has no cleanse.
Dean could be in a precarious spot.
Gonna throw in the sleep actually, and that
Ooh, that was a mistake by little mini Gnar. Look, 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 look. Look how much time is on the sleep still. Don't throw the Q yet, man. Wait for Rakan to get close. They had a solid couple seconds still. And it actually gives enough time for Ruler to kind of... Like, look how much time Ruler buys, by the way. Ruler buys a shit ton of time. And because they had to spend so much chase trying to get him, they won the fight. Literally, they actually win the fight because Zeus Q's too early.
We're zooming in on him. He's got the paddle star looking for it.
And they lost the drag. And GenG's up 2 drags. Yikes. These things matter. Like, these things matter. Like, again, look at this.
They know he doesn't have cleanse. And Delight there for the follow-up with the ult.
Like, you do know what has to happen here. Canyon actually needs to be going in here, by the way. Like, the fact that Canyon is not stopping these guys from, like, going towards his Lucian is already a big grief by him. Like, of course, if he does ulti them and starts, like, stopping them, it's because Xayah has no R. This is not nearly as bad. But because he didn't, it's atrocious because, yeah. Also, what's going on with Zeka in this fight? Because I didn't really pay attention to him. Oh, he just gets bubbled.
And Delight's there for the follow-up, but the ult slows it down. He doesn't get charmed. They eventually commit, but then here blocks the damage. He's done. Finally goes down, but so much committed. They're so deep. And in the winning skirmishes. This is exactly the played. GenG fans very happy as well that the clock still has relevance at this point. He doesn't have the fight right sitting in the fight, but he was 1 second off of the Feather Storm, so he just got bullied so hard, he didn't have songs, and he's Xayah sitting there, and it's Xayah without Feather Storm doesn't really feel like Xayah at all. We're getting engaged on, and GenG do have so many tools to stay on top of Xayah, and she doesn't have Feather Storm, she's just dying super quick. That's the thing when games are, if it's in sums and ultimately, it makes so much harder by function when always comes down.
This one team trying to beat into the fight, trying to go false security on Gnar, trying to avoid Gnar, and while he's trying to do it, already is out, Dark out, but I do as well, and kill, but it is free attack, it does get Dean the free weight in top, but as
Uh-huh.
yeah, I mean, I think it takes HLE. Again, this works very healthy, and one goes down, you get the kill back anyway, just over yeah, I think, you know, this is what I was talking about, the counter push is so hard, you can be in so much trouble.
Damn. I gotta say, you know, as much as I'm not, like, a fan of the Jace is, like, performing, like, very well. Like Jace mid. Like, he is definitely performing. See, honestly, I don't really care that they even took the Herald. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And having setup and good start on the drag is more important. So they Herald, which forces them to go mid. They're on this. There's definitely some angles by Chovy to get advantage on this, but they do have Mega, which is a lot harder. Oh my fucking god, there's just no fucking way. There's just no fucking way. There's just no fucking way, man. There's just no way. There's just no way. There's just no way. There's just no way. How? How? First off, when they're pulling this drag, by the way, if you're gonna pull it on the left, First off, Jace doesn't need to be with the team. Like, Jace can just sit here, and Jace can just, like, perma-fish on people this way, right? They walk in, he can poke, he can posture, it's really good. Zaya's hitting here. Zayas is just gonna stay here and then just wait for his Mega to pop. And Peanuts is chilling. And then Delight can just be in this area too, right? That's how it should pan out. Zeka joins the team, which doesn't do anything. They run into... Why are you running away? Like, why are you not just taking the fight into them here? Like, you're all here. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, you're all here. Flash on, flash on, flash on, flash on, flash on. No flash. He would have to WA. What am I missing? Like, why did they give up this area? Because the second they gave that up, this fight became just dog shit. And now at this point, they need to pull the dragon to the right. And now they need to have someone walk around, like Gnar, and repurpose himself into this. But the second they gave up this zone, this fight became really hard. Like, because now it's like, now the Aatrox for some odd reason is flanking us, which that shouldn't happen. And somehow the Wukong got just enough in range that it freaked out Lilia the Smite now, which, I mean, it was not, he did not have the Smite yet. And he stole it.
It's just gonna go to a flip. It goes to Canyon, but let's take a look at this fight as Canyon taking a bunch of damage. But Pino went way too deep, not able to quite get the sleep off.
Ah, shit.
I don't quite get it. Straight level. Wait, that's not like you're gonna be in this team. They have 3 ranks. Puzzle, gonna be feeling fantastic for your puzzle. Every channel loves it. On the side of GenG.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, damn, man. Like, this, damn. They have a ward that sees Zaya go in. They slip through. They're not even touching the waves, by the way, which should be a big alarm, being like, why is no one on the side waves? Like, why are they not touching these waves? Are they making a play? Nothing goes through them. It's really rough. Like, for HLE, like, this is a full-on collapse, but, like, Canyon is just on it. Like, it's really hard to just be like, what am I supposed to do, guys? This guy has such... Well, I mean, like... he just had good reads, and he just fucking outsmite me, like, on every objective for the most part. Like, he just beat me on every objective. What do you do? Like, I don't even think their comp is that great, to be honest, in the end. Like, GenG's comp, it really isn't, like, that amazing. Yeah, they really put a lot of weight. I mean, like, they flexed the Jace min, so, like, yeah, he did fine for hit, like, what he, like, had in the end of the day. But Keen is doing, like, Keen blinded his pick. And if he was against Jace, like, yeah, he just needs to get tabbies and it recovers, but, like, obviously his lane can still be bad. And he, like, I mean, he raised to the, like, the occasion and handled it. Like, he even sacked a little bit. They don't have, I mean, they don't have Mega. Ooh. Hey, this is the one time Canyon actually makes a massive mistake, because when this little guy doesn't have Mega, and if you want to start all the way from, like, here when the initial pull comes through, Jace can easily wrap around. Like, not even here, he should be wrapping around here. Because he has the ward. That's why he should do it. Like, if he's here and he hits a poke on her, really fucking good. He wants to play in and out from her bubble, fine. No issue. He approaches, like, he just goes, like, the long way, which, we have a TP, but the TP's like pretty awkward. Yeah, because like, yeah, because he gets,
Yeah, the sleep is gonna catch him. He is able
yeah,
to
I mean, the TP is really awkward.
take away
The
some
dragon
of the
bounces
ability
away
of
from them.
Smite. Yeah, a bit more poke coming down.
Starting to get a little bit antsy. That poke. Zeus is gonna have to TP back in.
Which I think
This
is
the timing I was
fair,
talking about. Genji's starting to
but
get a little bit antsy.
GenG shouldn't let this drag leave. And honestly, they should just start DPSing the drag now and have a bubble in place for the Mega, for the Gnar, and they probably can make this work. Because the fact that they're going to have two members here and 3 members here, look how isolated they are. We have 5, or you could say, in this case, we could say 4 and 1, but this can easily turn into a 5. This easily cannot turn into a 5. Like, they would have to use both flashes to get over to make it 5. So there's a clear, like, advantage and man advantage on HLE side. Or sorry, not HLE side, GenG side that they could take advantage of. And once I see, hold on, just wait. So I don't think Wukong should run this far. I think Wukong should sit here and hit this still. Don't run away. Like, even if they're walking up, he shouldn't run away. He should sit here. Like, do they know where Gnar is?
Back here, kind of awkward for him.
No. But they also do know that Gnar is half HP. So unless Gnar pops back up on the pink, there's really no issue. He's not even in the pit. So he must be base TPing. And if he's not, well, he's just sitting here, so I don't really give a shit, you know? So he should stay here. Canyon should have some balls. Stay here. And once this guy shows here and I see the TP, I'm initiating. I'm ER on Wukong. I'm getting the Xayah R. I'm making them back up. I'm Wing out. So you're going to go in, W, which pushes you back out. Then you're going to focus this and burn it. And you have another R where the W is going to proc R, right? And what do? They don't do anything. They lose. This guy gets bubbled. He slept. He can't actually go in and do any play. You won. That's it. That's all you got to do in this situation. Because Aatrox also is going to push into here. And if you don't respect this play, Aatrox is going to fucking wipe you. So it's actually really well set up by GenG. Because imagine if Jace was actually over this area sooner, pushing you out this way, and then an RTP's here, and now it's like a more awkward situation. Cool. But that's not what happened. So they overcommitted to the Gnar, which leaves space, which is bad. Now Chovy needs to keep staying above the wall. Wukong is for some odd reason above the wall, which I don't really get why. Like, they wanted to clear the ward, but they're going to clear the ward. Why would Chovy not commit staying on the top side of the wall? I don't know. Like, we just cleared the ward, so like he has space. Now the Jace is getting a little bit more. Like, this is what Jace should be doing, right? Jace is getting a little bit of a control. And then Canyon goes on this guy, which doesn't make any sense because, like, your Lucian can't hit him. So, like, just keep focusing on this situation. Don't overcommit, but Canyon does. So Canyon, this is like his big int in the game. You know, kills himself. He's over the drag. That's it.
Yeah, he Dragon definitely take on the 1-for-1 at the end of things. That being said, Zeus is down for a long time without TP. So kind of get to Zeus down for a long time without TP, so they find some pressure maybe around on the back of this, or they'll just slow play it. Well, I think they're going to move towards it here. There's no vision on rails before nearby, but I like the all in here. Zeus obviously the sleep is down. He comes in, he's going to absorb some pressure, comes in as long as the double charm. It's 14 to flash out of the pit, they have to secure on the dragon. Once Jason get more, it's difficult chasing this very risky as Joey's bubbles can come back up. Let's see here, Zeus, the flashes is not getting blows, but then Blue attacks on himself anyways, and down he goes. But very, very clutch moments here. I feel like Zeus didn't do that much damage, but the threat of the poke was really what GenG pulled the trigger. GenG, that carries was blocked by the dragon, the focus on the dragon, whereas HLE will just look at Canyon killing. All 5 members like Gatling, this Wukong, as a fine focus, and as a result, easy to secure the dragon. There's no risk of losing the Smite fight when the Wukong is dead.
Like, so if you look at the anti-scale next, I think that, you know, there's a lot of recourse on the Ruse. And definitely get some value there, but
I mean, the Jace focus more, I'm concerned about though, and I was worried that's going to be so much worse, the anti-scale is really not helping too much, but once you pop off once, you just keep poking. And the way you think about it, as much as like Jace can spam shot blast, if an anti-scale blocks like 400 damage shot blast, it's a lot of value, right? Sure. And the shot blasts are hitting, and that sleep is not. And that's the Jace outranges the Zoe poke. As long as Zoe's up asleep, you just kind of keep for FA, and that forces GenG to eventually go for a harder engagement. Wukong's really the best bet for that. And I can plays all around, it's still such a close game. And it's going to be outside for GenG, no vision for Ronald, they're rushing over.
Well,
and it's just coming down to this, sleep not gonna hit anyone, and being all day throwing the icon, is it gonna happen again? As they zone Zeus away, he doesn't have the Mega just...
they gotta be really careful here. Yeah, you definitely want it to reset. Like, you want your resistances to recover.
Here we go again. And Zeka's got another shock blast at the ready. He hits with it. It's just gonna be Canyon.
Yeah, Canyon not the best target to hit with that one. But better than nothing, I suppose, and it's just gonna come down to this one. Goes
ah, shit. Delight went in and he didn't hit anything. They gotta get the fuck out of there.
Peanut getting no value on this Lily. They're just trying to abandon ship, but GenG have other.
Chovy's like being Chovy's like extremely obnoxious in this fight.
He doesn't have the mega just yet. He really wants it, but the reason come down to this, the sleep not gonna hit anyone, and teams all.
But like I said, I do like that this objective reset, and I do like that Wukong actually identifies that Rakan is here and pushes him out. Like I do like that. And Gnar just needs to commit. Like Gnar should have just fully committed walking around, take the sleep damage, whatever it is, and push this guy out. He takes way too long to really get this like tri-brush like taken over. He's just too scared himself. He waits till Delight does it, but then it's already too late to contest the Otacon, so now you're looking to like kill someone, right? Okay, who has no flash? Oh, Aatrox has no flash. So why kill this guy? This guy's the inter. He's inting. Kill him. Kill him. He'll die. Once he's dead, by the way, because this guy's like super fucking dead, the Gnar is now gonna control this area. And they're like stuck. And this is a realistic situation for HLE to climb back through. They don't, and because they fumbled it, they lose the fight, they lose Otacon, and maybe they lose Baron. They're not gonna, okay, the 2-bolt. They're not gonna do it because Dragon's in a minute. And even though they could attempt to pull it, to test them, if it goes wrong, they'll lose the Dragon too. So they're not gonna risk it.
Definitely a little slow to approach, maybe get a down, game down, maybe get a game, didn't connect, maybe split pulls, which very uncharacteristic of what we've seen from HLE so far now. I mean, 2 level lead for really good IE finish, and he's got the so the super strong right now. I think he has the budget completed. That J-Smoke is something other. Yeah, it's not really a super hand, it's not really a super Wukong. The Aatrox really taking away targets. They just want to flank with Omega, and he's gonna need some time here. J-Smoke needs to keep landing.
I mean, this might just turn into a flip, but Chovy's gonna go in and do a bunch of damage, and now the culling comes through.
Ouch.
Kind of out of the fight. Even the ignite from the Zoe is enough.
Nice. Nice job, Peanut. Very nice, Peanut. They're gonna have some casualties because of getting in the end, but Peanut did keep them in the game, technically. Because if they have, I'm just saying, if they have Cloud Soul with an Aatrox, Wukong, and a Lucian, holy shit. It's an FF. Immediately an FF. Yeah, you're gonna lose the Baron because of like what happened, but yeah, I don't know. A Wukong spinning really quick and Aatrox is like completely bypassing my defenses because he's just really quick. A Lucian who can press R and just have perfect like precision. What are you gonna do? Like you actually can't do anything. The Rakan will have 0 value in any of those fights when that happens. This is gonna be a hard dragon though. Even though it helps you, like, even though the end result of taking the dragon away from them and stalling things helps, like, them getting Baron, of course, is gonna make the next objective hard. And, of course, I mean, we're gonna see what they do here, because the Gnar's below should back up, because the wave is done.
They're trying to find an angle. You can see them running at Dura and Ruler.
Oh, Zeus is like trying to get something fat here. Oh no. I mean, he didn't get out, but they had to commit so far away to get to him. And they also burned some flashes that definitely don't... Like they burned some flashes they can't afford to lose. Did they lose the game? Wait, is that just the game? Oh my god, I think they just fucking lost the game like that. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Okay, so... yeah, I mean, they shouldn't have done that. Canyon bought so much time too in that situation. The MVP is very obvious. It's Canyon. The series MVP, honestly, is also Canyon. Like, What I gotta say, man? He just did a phenomenal job. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, he made some mistakes in fights in this game, but generally, like, he was just on top of it. Like, he really was. I think Duro was actually not bad too. To be honest, I think Duro was not that bad. The worst player for this game, to be honest, I actually do think it's Zeus and Zeka. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's some situations that Peanut had to play better on. And he made his mistakes, right? But I feel like for the solo laners, it was really on them to give space and with their flanks and doing things correctly so this guy can play the game. But they didn't do that. So it was really hard for the bot lane to really get a lot of value because the solo laners were not doing their jobs. But overall, from watching this series, yeah, I mean, GenG looks great. I mean, they're playing a wide variety of shit. Canyon looks fantastic, as usual. Ruler is still kind of... I'm still kind of iffy on Ruler. Like, Ruler can do some great things, but he does make these random mistakes. Now, like, he's not like a just complete solid player, and neither is Duro. So, like, their ball lane is a little iffy to me for like a world stage, like end game world stage. Chovy, just the man. I mean, their mid jungle are just the boys. I don't know. Like, Canyon can play the way he plays, even more so because Chovy is just that good in most aspects. Keen, just solid. I mean, like, he just had a solid series. Not a lot to hate. Sure, maybe he missed some big moments, but honestly, like, just pretty good by him. Zeus and Zeka, I mean, it was just not consistent. They're very high variance, like, strong players. It's just it's just unfortunately for like how the games were going. Like, one guy was not doing that well in one situation, then it's a different guy, then it's a different guy, and nothing was consistent enough, and so the series kind of drew out. That's it.